Good afternoon, everybody. This is Brenda. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Rain again for us today. But to tell you the truth, I'm getting used to it. It's all we've had for the spring is rain, rain, rain. So I hope you all are doing well. Today's Tag Tuesday, as you probably know, and we are going to, I am going to show you all how to mass make some tags in a fairly easy way, and for your journals. And if you don't have tags, then this is a quick way to gain some tags to add to your embellishments in your journals and everything. So the first thing I did was I had a sheet of chipboard, and I cut my chipboard down to 3.5 wide, and after that I cut it in half at 5.5, and I just went through and cut it at 3.5 and then 5.5 to get started with my bases. Let's see. The hard part is seeing through these horrible glasses. I'm calling today to see if they have my new glasses in, and I'm praying that I can see through them the proper way is what I'm hoping. So did I say chipboard? I meant cardstock. Cardstock, of course, you know you can use any color for your base. I had this available in my stash, so I just grabbed it and decided to use the craft color. So there you go. You have them all made up or cut. And then I went through with my little corner puncher here, and I just went through and corner punched the tops of my tags. This is a very simple mass make. You can change your colors, you can change your embellishments to put on your tags. I don't think that's going to cut through too, so I'm just going to, whoops, I still have 2 there. I must have had 3 there. So yeah, this is a quick and easy way, very beginner friendly. Of course, you know, if you don't have your little corner, then you just clip off one side, turn it on the opposite side for the other corner, and clip off again. That's how you would do it if you didn't have your corner chomper. I am so glad, happy that I got this, because it makes life so much easier, except for when you try to go through 2, which you really can't do with this. And I'm just covered with little corners. Just a couple more to go. I got little freckles all over me. Yeah, this thing is lovely to have. There we go. Just like that, we have a stack of tags. Just Let me brush off here. Get them stuck all over me. And we will discard these. Had some chomped already. Okay, so now we have our stack of cards. I'm gonna put those aside. I've got stuff way over there. I can put this aside. I'm just gonna have a sip of water so I don't dry out too bad. Okay, so the next step I did was I took these, what did I do with them? I took my leftover ATC size cards that I used yesterday. I took some leftover ones and I backed them on to some cardstock that I wanted for like a little frame around them. So I stuck them all down, and then I'm just going to take my stamp shaped, I call it stamp shaped scissors, and I'm just going to cut right along. Might as well cut all the way up. There we go. And then I'll just hop on the other side and cut all the way back, I think. It's very weird cutting with these things. I'm just going to cut the end. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Cut this end. And cut this end. And I think I'll go down the long way again here. Cut off the end. And we have one more. I'm going to start with the long end. Hope I'm on screen here. I'm trying to see and stay on screen at the same time. There we go. And one more. And there you have it. So the trick is to get them all glued down on your base paper and then just cut them right out. Let me set this one aside. Might get to it, might not. So there you have them all framed. This one is a little bit crooked here, which really doesn't bother me, but try to straighten it out. Okay. Don't get rid of your pieces that you have left over, because what I did next was got some words out and just glued my words down on the same backing paper. So I think I'm going to use just plain scissors though to cut these out because they're real tiny. Sorry if they're a little crooked. It's just very hard to see. with these. I've somewhat got like double vision with these, and my new doctor said that yes, they are the wrong they're wrong for my eyes, and I've been wearing them for like a year and a half, 2 years. So I've been wearing the wrong vision for that long. And it's my fault. I should have, you know, just went ahead and saw a new doctor, because the last one that I had, took him 3 tries and he still didn't get it right. So I don't know what it is today, but it's hard to get something done right where I am anyway. There we go. So we have our card base, we have our embellishment, we have some word tags to add on. And then my next step, I think, will be just to go through and just put the holes in. I'm using this large hole punch there. So I'm just going to go through and do that in a mass make fashion. Very, very simple mass make today. But for those of you that are new, I know you can, it will help for you to get started getting some stuff together to start making and filling your journals. So sometimes we just have to re-show what a lot of us already have learned at the time that I show it, but it's nice to go back and, guess I can do quite a few at a time. Revisit what we already pretty much know. All right, just like that, we have all our holes. Now, I think we will throw together some embellishments and see how we can get this together. So I get my tag base. I choose my embellishment. I like that one. Nice advertisement for typewriters. I forgot what they were called. It's been a while since I've seen one or used one. So I am just going to take my base, take my embellishment, glue the back of my embellishment, put that right down on my base. Now, if you want, you can go further and even lay down some pretty paper or book page or whatever you want behind this before you lay it down. And let's see, I want just some kind of a word. Let's go with perfect. Just trim off the little ends here. Perfect. Because when you're typing, in my case, if you type, my sentences come out more perfect than if I am writing them. Of course, I used to have just beautiful handwriting when I was in school, but that's gone. That's gone by the wayside. Where do I want this? I think I'll put it right here. If I can get it straight. There we go. So perfect. And then we have our little hole enforcers. I just went and took my walnut stain and just rubbed over them with my walnut stain, and that toned down the white for me. And those can be quickly added. Now you can do that one at a time like I'm doing, or you can wait and do this. What I'm saying is you can decorate, go through the steps and add each thing, or you can do it one at a time and just put all your embellishments on, put all your words on, and then put all your, I like to just go through and do the whole thing at once. I get anxious to see. Oh, and I have some sari silk off to the side here that I will use to decorate the tops with. And there you have your tags, your tag, all embellished. So, got my base, got my embellishment, oops. I'm gonna put this right down. And we got some bugs on this one. I don't know, special maybe? I don't see anything happy about it. Or how about live freely? And they do live freely in some places. Too freely, if you ask me. So I will use live freely. And to put that, let's try it right there. Grab my little hole enforcer. Sometimes I put it on both sides, sometimes I don't. And let's use green, just because we have the bugs. There we go. Another one done. Put that aside. Oh, we got some birds. I love my birds. Get the base, getting the embellishment ready. Just add that to the base. Let's see. Ooh, can't hardly see. Well, they look happy. Let's go with happy. I already cut the tops of that one, so I'll be all set with that. I probably should get some better words or more words, but I just threw them on. And we have this on this side and this on this side. Use some pretty blue. Got a little bit of a ravel going on there. I'll just cut that right off. There we go. And there we have another one. So I'm sure you can see that doing this like this really, well, like that. I like that little old house there. Doing it like this really gets you, when you have everything made up, not made up, but I mean basically in your head and in your made up in your piles that you want to do. You know, you sort of know ahead of time. Let's go with special here. You can see how easy it is to just throw these together and make a pile of whatever it is you're working on. Journal cards, tags, whatever. It is quick and easy. It is on a little crooked, I think, but I'm just going to go ahead and leave it as it is. I mean, these basically are for grungy journals, so I'm not being too particular with a little bit of sideways or whatever. But, you know, if you're doing it for like a Victorian journal or something like that, you might want to be more particular on what you're using for colors and stuff like that. But did I? Yeah, I did. That quick, I didn't remember if I finished it or not. So, got this one, and then we have one more. I love those little ATC size cards. Did I tell you where those came from? The old design shop, I think, is, got it right here. Yeah, the old design shop is where I got these, and she has quite a few to choose from. In her shop, and I just love every one of them. I just want to keep collecting them because they're so good for put that over on this side. They're so good for things like this. Got a little bit of white showing here. There we go. Yeah, these little cards, I just love to collect them. To use for these purposes. I've got a bunch of, you know, like flowers and birds and stuff like that that I have collected. I chose this one here with a little pink because there's a little reddish pink down here in the corner. So I am being a little bit fussy with some colors. Okay, what's wrong with you? How come you're not pulling? There we go. There's another one. And we have one more to do. Put this right down. And let's do cherish. So the words didn't work out too bad. They kind of go with the theme of things. And I am going to just try it right in the middle, do something different. Here we go. This might be too thick. I think it is. Use a thinner one. Some of my sari silk have like little knots in certain areas on them, and it's hard to get it through the, oops. Listen, I missed a step. Got to get our little enforcers on. There we go. That's better. Oops, pulled a little tight on that one side. And we have this one. So guys, that is my version of mass making tags, be it though grungy, well, to use for grungy. Let me find that hole there. So I'm going to set these aside and keep those for later use. We'll show you what we just got through with. There's cherish, dream, special, happy, live freely, little bugs, perfect, and last but not least, beauty. So there you have my mass making idea for today. Tag Tuesday, mass make tags. I hope that has inspired you to get out all your stash and make some tags real quick. Sorry, got something under my nail, it's bugging me. Anyway, I hope that has inspired you to make some tags on this Mass Make Tuesday. And Hope you have a wonderful week. Stay healthy, safe, and blessed. Thank you all for crafting along and being with me today. Thank you all for your kind comments. And I will see you next time. And did I say stay happy, safe, and happy? Healthy. Healthy, safe, and blessed over the week. And I'll see you next time. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye-bye.